Hello, I'm Landis, and welcome back to Purrfect Date. We're only on 86.1%, and we're almost done. That's concerning. And it's time to go back on the date. Although, it's technically in the lab, so we're really working. Trust me, I won't let anything harm you. I've come prepared. Ravenpaw eyes the basket suspiciously and realizes it looks to her like a cage. Okay, let's rethink this. How about I carry you in my arms? You're like a baby? Yes. No, like a princess. A princess, really? Ravenpaw shoots me a withering look. Well, you know what I mean, right? I can hold this pillow like so, and you can relax on top of it, and survey your kingdom. You really are bad at reading people, aren't you? Not one of these gullible domesticats like Fruity Gooty or whatever her name is. If I leave this lab, I want to do it with some dignity, human. Yes, of course, I'm sorry. Maybe it was a bad idea to try this today. Let's do it tomorrow. Oh, come on, Ray. You were so excited about this earlier. Don't give up now. Well, that was then, and this is now. I'm too tired anyway. You're always tired. That's part of the problem. We have to start somewhere, right? Or else you'll never get strong again. Yeah, but if we see other cats, what if we do? Look, I'll be with you. No matter who we see, you won't have to deal with anyone on your own. Anyone who? Who do you think we'll see? No one. You said no matter who we see, so you think we'll see someone. No, Ravenpaw, stop this. You'll have to go outside sometime. Why not now? I don't know, I just... Ravenpaw looks so sad and tiny that I decide not to push her anymore. Okay, don't worry. We'll try again tomorrow, okay? No, let's do it. Oh wow, really? The cat that just seconds ago looked so helpless suddenly looks fiercely determined. Yes, but if you hurt me, human, I will kill myself just so I can come back and haunt you for the rest of your short, miserable life. It's only going to be a short, miserable life if you don't say yes to me. Apparently. I suppress a laugh. I understand. I'm just going to lift you now, okay? She's so light, I'm shocked. But I don't show it. I can feel the tremble of her frail body through the makeshift cushion. We've decided a folded blanket would be best so we can use it for other things when we find our spot. Suddenly Ravenpaw takes a sharp breath. I freeze. What's wrong? It's the air. We're right by the water, aren't we? I can smell the change. She laughs. I'm struck by how much this cat has come on since I stopped her treatment. Only a week ago she had no sense of smell. It's good, right? Yes, human, it's good. She inhales deeply. It's very good. Would you like to sit down here for a while? We're still close to the compound. No, go on a little further. I want to see it. Take me to the sea. We walk for a short while longer until I find a small collection of rocks that looks like a good resting spot. This looks like somewhere Trixie would like. Yeah, she's always drawn to rocks. Minerals. I miss her. You were friends? Yes, when we were little. Do you want some water? Our little snack? I take the picnic out of my backpack, and as I arrange it on the blanket, I start to gently press her. So, how come you were locked up and Trixie wasn't? I was never really free. I was part of the breeding program. My mother was bred with one of the elder cats, and as you can see, us kittens are tagged and set free at 12 weeks. Except we're not. Not all of us anyway. But I've helped to release the kittens myself. Yeah, sure. Well, you actually let them out of the cages yourself. Well, no, but I prepared them for release and then they're gone. Yes, I've never had a reason to question it. We found the shack. I'm getting that sick feeling in my stomach again. So where are they? Not everything is above board as you'd like to think. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Or above ground either. What do you mean, Ray? There's something I should know. I think it's enough for one day. I'm starting to feel woozy. I'd like you to take me back now if you don't mind. Oh, you dirty bastard. This is not an easy choice. Now come on, talk to me, Ray. What happened to the kittens? What happened to you? Ravenpaw closes her eyes tight as if she's hoping that when she opens them, she'll be somewhere else. You've been doing so well, really opening up. Don't go backwards. Go backwards? You really don't understand, do you? I'm not just some mardy little girl. I am the way I am because of you. Your people, your scientists with your observations and poking and prodding and unbiased opinions. Of course, I'll never fully open up to you, human. You wouldn't know what to do with me if I did. If you can't stick a label on it, it doesn't exist. That's what you did with my mum, isn't it? That's how you were able to sleep peacefully after you murdered her. I feel very confused and very guilty, even though I know I'm nothing to do with the things she's describing. I know you don't believe I'm like that, Ray. You're angry and hurt, and I don't blame you one bit for hating us. All of us. But if you didn't think I was different, you would not be sitting out here with me in the first place. She's looking away, so I can't read her eyes. I will never be able to fully understand what it's like to be you, to have your experiences. I am trying, though. I'm doing everything I can to change things. Not the past. You have to find your way to live with that. But the future. How you live from here on. I want to make a difference. When you at least give me a chance. Here's the deal. She turned her head and is fixing me with her huge eyes. If and when you come up with a viable plan, I'll do everything within my power to help you nail it. Deal. I raised my hand in a moment of excitement and realized too late that Ravenpaw would never high-five me. She looks at my hovering palm. She looks me in the eye. What are you even doing? I clumsily style it out. Taking you back now. Just taking you back. I don't think that was the right choice. I think we've cocked that one up. Only one way to find out. It's late, well after work hours. Ravenpaw has asked me to visit her when Professor Pauper finished her shift, because she has something important to tell me. The lab is cold and silent. I can just make out the reflection of Ravenpaw's big eyes. I flip the light switch, and the room becomes illuminated with a harsh, dazzling brightness that makes me squint. I came as soon as I could. I had no idea the professor stays up so late. How does he function on such little sleep? Yeah, indeed. Keep your voice down, human. We don't want to draw any attention. Maybe we should turn off the lights. Sometimes the caretakers do random patrols. Who? You mean Mr. and Mrs. Marigold? I'm sure they're dead to the world right now. You'd be surprised. Anyway, enough chin-wagging. I have something for you. A gift? Of course not, you div. Where on earth would I have gotten you a gift? A local gift shop? Oh, of course not. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. So what is it? Why? Because I think I can trust you now. Taken aback and feel flushed with pride. You can, Ray. I've sworn to help you and I won't let you down. So you want this or not? She pushed her paws towards me and realized she has something underneath it. My stomach lurches as I worry it may be a spider or a fly. I hope she's not expecting me to eat it. What is it? Dunno. Thought you might know. She lifts her paw, and I'm relieved to see that nothing is moving, and on closer inspection I realise what it is. Well, that's called a key. It's used to open things that are locked, like doors or safes. You really are touched. I know what a key is. It meant you might be able to figure out what it opens, but I'm losing hope by the second. Oh, forgive me. Well, where did you get it? Best not to ask. I'm serious, Ray. This key could be important. If I know where you got it from, it'll be easier to work out what it opens. Ravenpaw eyes me skeptically. I thought you trusted me. Fine, I got it from Miss Marigold. You mean Moira? The caretaker's wife? She's not the caretaker's wife, you cretin. She's the caretaker as much as he is. Yes, of course, but the key, Ravenpaw. She came to clean my clothes last night. Too lazy to take me out of it. First, of course. And Mr. Marigold came in and gave her the key. She put it here. Ravenpaw indicates the corner of her cage. Because her hands were full. Then they had a huge argument, and while they were shouting at each other, I used my ninja skills to hide the key under my paw. That was that. She didn't notice. She was so worked up about him, she clean forgot about it. Left without even bothering to refill my water bowl. So what makes you think this key is so important? Because when he handed it to her, he said, "It's your turn. I'm fed up of being the one who always has to do his dirty work." Whose dirty work? Professor Prospero's, obviously. Prospero? Pooper. Oh, Pauper, of course. Look, I really got to hurry back to the tent now, or I'll be a wreck in the morning. But thank you for this, Ravenpaw. I'll find out what this key opens, I promise. You better. Ooh, we have a mystery key. Recon 18. That antidote's not going up fast enough. Can't stop thinking about that key Ravenpaw found. What is it used for? Maybe it's time to take a look around and find out. I don't think we're going to like this. I'm passing Professor Pauper's tent on my way to the lab. Just as he comes dashing out, we collide, sending both of us sprawling. Oh goodness, Professor, are you okay? I'm up on my feet instantly and offering him a hand.
I'm not sure that I am, Sandra.
Now I'm wondering I've injured my boss. Is that a sackable offence? Here, let me take a look. Where does it hurt? I'm kneeling down beside him, trying to feel his legs.
What on earth are you doing?
I'm sorry, I thought you were... He cuts over me.
I'm fine. Give me some space, and then you can help me search.
Have you lost something?
A key.
A key? Where did you lose it? Gives me a withering look.
If I knew the answer to that, the key wouldn't be lost now, would it, Sandra? I lost it in my tent, I think, but it's certainly not in there now. I thought perhaps I might have dropped it out here somewhere.
I'm happy to help you look, Professor. It's got to be here somewhere. A thought strikes me. I wonder if this could be the key Ravenpaw gave me. Do you mind me asking what the key is for? Professor suddenly looks at me with suspicion.
There's no reason for you to know that.
Okay, I was simply trying to get a picture in my mind. Big, small, silver, brass?
I don't think there will be a lot of keys to choose from, Sandra. Any key you find ought to be brought to me immediately, understood?
Of course, sir.
I'm sure you have chores to attend to. I wouldn't want to hold you up.
The professor waves me away as he continues to search the grass around the entrance to his tent. Clearly this key is important. As I make my way to the lab, I begin to get an idea. It's a bit left field, but the key is clearly securing something important. Something the professor doesn't want me to know about, and that makes me very determined to uncover what it might be. Cutting a convincing looking key with the equipment in the lab is easier than I thought it would be. I compare it to the one Ravenpaw passed on. It looks almost identical to me. The thing won't actually work, but that's the point. Okay, here goes. I send the professor a message using the catalogue. I found a key in the lab. Could it be the one you lost?
Send pic, please.
I send the professor a photo of the key.
Be right there. I'll be right there.
I don't have to wait long. The professor is with me in seconds.
Well done, my dear. Where is it?
I give him the freshly made key. He turns it over in his hand. I hold my breath. It's a moment of truth. Will he notice it's not identical?
Yes, I'm sure it's the one. There's only one way to make certain. Thank you again.
And he's gone. Psst, quickly, don't lose him. Kibbles appears from under the lab bench.
On it, boss.
And he follows the professor. There's nothing more for me to do but wait. I don't have to for long. Kibbles is back within 5 minutes. That was quick. How did it go?
Quite funny, really. He put the key in the lock and it wouldn't turn. He got more and more red in the face. Then he threw the key into a drawer and stormed off.
So?
So?
What was he trying to unlock?
Oh, it was the big metal thing in the supply shed.
Really? But the cabinets in there aren't normally locked. In fact, the keys are left in the doors.
He wasn't trying to open that thing. He wanted to open the thing inside it.
Oh, there's something else in there?
Yeah, but I couldn't see what it was, because he shooed me away when I got up close.
Well, I think we ought to go check it out ourselves, don't you, comrade?
Follow me. I'm the leader.
And he's slinking comically close to the floor. I suppress a laugh. Okay, leader, lead on. Just out of the lab when the professor calls to me.
Sandra! False alarm, I'm afraid. You'll need to keep those keen eyes peeled.
Oh, what a shame. I thought our little mystery was solved then. Never mind though. I'm sure it will turn up eventually.
Let's hope so. I'm off to speak with Zane. If you need me, I'll be down at the jetty.
Yes, sir. See you at lunch. He strides off with purpose.
The gods of Halgard are smiling down on us. Mission on!
I double check there's no one around before ducking into the supply shed. After Kibble points out the cupboard the professor was opening, I post him on lookout duty by the door. He's in his element, prancing back and forth and doing quick gotcha maneuvers. It doesn't take long to work out that the filing drawer at the bottom of the cabinet is what the key belongs to. I turn it into the lock and hey presto. Inside are lots of hanging files and I have no idea what I'm even looking for, so I take one at random. There are diagrams of 2 different cats. One of them is labelled Project Felix, subject 26, and the other Island Cat, number 38. There are some research notes in addition to the diagrams that start to read. Day 215, subject 26 and number 38 were introduced today. Number 26 was immediately aggressive. The 2 cats had to be separated before serious injury occurred. Both cats are usually very docile with others of their own kind. Perhaps Island Cats and Project Felix subjects are sufficiently different that they view each other as a threat. I flip ahead a few entries. Day 234. Subjects continue to attack each other on sight. Attempts to breed the 2 animals naturally do not seem to be working. Artificial insemination was attempted today. Initial signs are promising. Day 301. According to the normal cat gestation period, the subject should have given birth by now. It seems as though the addition of Project Felix subject is extended this time. Day 350. Overnight, number 38 gave birth to a single kitten. The animal was small, black and sickly. It shows remarkable intelligence in our tests. Day 354. Attempts to introduce the kitten to number 38 have ended in failure. Both the mother and father are inherently aggressive towards their offspring. The remainder of the notes detail the increasingly horrifying experiments performed on subject 26, number 38, and their kitten. Eventually the adult cat dies as a result of the experiments. Day 450. After the death of subject 26, a decision has been made to shut down this facility. 6 is not pleased with that. She has read our reports. The offspring will be moved to the main laboratory near the beach for observation. I am trembling as I use my catalogue to take photos of more of the documents before I lock everything away. I stumble outside where Kibble is up on his hind legs, as if standing to attention.
All good, Sarge.
I can't answer Kibbles. Handwriting on this note is eerily familiar, and my mind is racing. So many signs, suspicions all coming to light. I daren't say a word out loud, but I can feel a sense of dread creeping into my heart. Kibbles starts to stare at me, concerned. I'm fine, Kibbles. I'm fine. Oh, dark. Ooh, recon expert. We need 10% from 2 things. Mind you, could we really have missed that much by just that one? Or is it the fact that we failed to date any of the cats? We'll find out. Did we succeed? Ravenpaw. So what shall we read today? I flicked through the little book of poetry. Ravenpaw and I have gone through most of the poems. We're dragging them out to 1 a day now because we're dreading finishing it all together. We've got Alone, Love Sonnet, Bonnie Boat, and Hunger. Ravenpaw looks less engaged than usual. Damn it! She usually perks up when I get the poetry book out, but she's sitting hand-dog in the corner of a cage, struggling at each title. I think we should read a happy poem today, something to cheer us up. How about Bonnie Boat? Ravenpaw rolls her eyes. She hates the silly poems and prefers the dark, brooding ones about stormy seas and a missing home. Just leave it. What do you mean, Ray? I don't want to listen to poetry. It's a futile distraction from reality. This is a first. I'm not sure how to react. I thought she enjoyed our reading time. Ray, is there something you want to talk about? Ravenpaw lets out a heavy sigh. You wouldn't understand.
I shrug.
Try me. No, you wouldn't understand because I don't even understand. I feel so deeply, yet I can't articulate it all. Makes me want to scream, cry, laugh, sleep. I feel, Don't waste your time with me. You've got big important human things to do. You don't want to be babysitting a cat like me. Ooh, this is probably good. Ray, I love spending time with you. As soon as I wake up, I feel excited to see you. Read poems with you, discuss things with you. You are so unique. You have an amazing insight and a lively, wicked sense of humour. I'm not babysitting you, I'm your friend. I want you to talk to me when you're feeling down, Ray, because you deserve to be happy. Especially after all you've been through here. Ravenpaw still looks frustrated, but she mumbles. I guess I know which poem I'd like to read now. Maybe we'll be able to say it better than I can. Read me Love Sonnet. Okay. I lack the words that say the things I feel. My tongue is slow and of the humdrum of kind. And though my eyes were erstwhile keen as steel, you have eclipsed the sun and made me blind. I do not see the blight that you bewail, the fuzz of fur so soft against my skin. You will not shun the sweet curl of your tail, nor shut the door and never let you in. Our cursed fate has dealt us bitter blows, and yet methinks that mine are worse by far. For as the nights get colder, your fur grows, while I am left adrift with no lodestar. Is there one that would laugh and not feel pity for this poor wretch whose love is turning kitty? Oh wow, it sounds like Elle was in love with a werecat. I wonder how that worked. I knew you wouldn't get it. I'm feeling like I'm hurting her feelings without intending to, or understanding how. Explain it to me, Ray. It's not rocket science. I mean, it's just love is love. You can't choose who you fall in love with, right? If only you could, things would be much easier. But sometimes, love just creeps up and hijacks you. No matter how much you don't like it or try to get away from it, once it's got you, and there's no breaking free. You make it sound awful, and, well, it is, if you're not sure of the person you're in love with. But it can be amazing too. Obstacles that felt insurmountable before suddenly feel insignificant. Things you thought you'd never be able to do are done. Poems you used to hate become love songs that sing to your soul. Human, cat, werecat, elder, whatever. Love does not discriminate. It will not be controlled or boxed up neatly to suit our prejudices. So we have to just grow a pair and come clean and see where it takes us. So I love you. What are you going to do about that? There was a long silence and it gathered my thoughts, but eventually I'm able to say, boom. Victory! Oh, Ravenpaw, I thought it was just me. I didn't even hope that you would feel the same way. I know we've become close, but I've resigned myself to thinking we could never be more than friends. That you wouldn't accept me. You really do go on, don't you? I blush with happiness. I suppose we both do a bit. So I guess we're stuck with each other then. I guess we are. And she smiles the brightest smile I've ever seen on her beautiful face. Nice. Victory. So, last 93. The thing that concerns me is we've missed an extra. This one. Which is not fixable. And we're obviously going to miss the research. And our antidote is not anywhere near ready. But at least this time we shouldn't technically die. This is my day off, time to get out there and enjoy some sunshine. Nope. It's finally time to let the last of the kittens go free. I'm looking forward to the professor giving them the all clear. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be horrible. Turning after a morning gathering specimens, I decide to take the side road into camp so that I can check up on the kittens. I'm stopped in my tracks to see the large rearing pen is empty, and upon further inspection, the smaller transitionary crates nearby are also empty. I'm surprised and disappointed that the professor has released my grey kitten without me. I was so clear that I wanted to be there to see him off.
Ah, Sandra, what perfect timing. I was worried you might not be back.
The professor snuck up behind me, making me jump. Thank goodness, I thought I'd missed him being released. Are we doing it now?
I'm afraid not. In fact, I have some difficult news for you.
I feel my stomach lurch. What is it, Professor? Has something happened to Plumpy?
I did warn you not to get too attached, my dear. Naming them isn't always a good idea. It all becomes so very personal. However, I fall prey to the same temptations myself. They really are so seductive. To make situations like this one more impossible, but I'm hoping you will be able to help this time.
Yes, of course, Professor. Whatever you need.
Your little Plumpy has run into a spot of bother, I'm afraid. His tests have shown that his kidneys aren't working properly, and although we have tried all the usual treatments, he doesn't seem to be responding well. We think his only chance is to receive a donor kidney from another cat, but before that can happen we shall need to remove his native kidneys and place him on a dialysis for a while, to see if he's a viable subject for transplant.
Oh, I'm shocked to hear that, Professor. He seems so well.
Sadly, the very young ones. This type of problem overwhelms them so rapidly, it's often too late to do anything by the time we even know they're unwell. So will you help me with the surgery? I believe you've reached the stage of your veterinary training that you can assist.
Of course, yes, it would be an honour.
Go and sort yourself out then, and we shall meet in the lab in 30 minutes.
It's hard to take it all in. I feel nervous, but also excited to be taking part in life-saving surgery. Stuff I've done in college seems such a long time ago now. I hope I don't mess up. The professor and I have scrubbed in and are checking. We have all the necessary equipment laid out and ready to use. Plumpy has already been shaved and had pre-med, so he's sleeping peacefully.
I must say, it's a luxury to have another pair of hands, Sandra. I usually have to do this sort of thing alone.
It's a privilege to help, sir. I'm sure I will learn a lot from you.
So, shall we begin?
Next half hour passes in a flash, sorting out anesthesia, intubation, and finally the incisions, which will determine whether this little chap will live or die. I'm completely awed by Professor Pawpaw's skill and professionalism. Everything is done to the highest standard. Finally remove the native kidneys, place them in the jars of preserving fluid for further testing, get ready to stitch him up. But that's not what happens. Instead of stitching him, I see the professor take his scalpel and cut an artery. I cannot trust my eyes. I think I must have imagined it. But suddenly all hell breaks loose.
We have a bleed! We have a bleed!
I have no idea what to do. I'm frozen to the spot. I want to scream, I saw you cut him. But I cannot make a sound.
Sandra, move! We need to stem the bleeding.
Yes, I'm sorry. Suddenly I'm doing all the right things, but I feel as though I'm outside myself looking on. The scene is tragic. So much blood from such a tiny thing. Half of it is over me, in my eyes, my hair. And then it's still again, and we've lost him.
I'm sorry, my dear. We did all we could.
But what happened?
A textbook hemorrhage, I'm afraid. It happens sometimes when you're least expecting it. There's nothing can be done in a situation like that. The one good thing we have left is to take the rest of his organs and put them to good use to help other kittens.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You want to harvest his other organs?
So that he didn't die in vain. It would be wrong not to, don't you think?
I'm speechless. I need to get away.
Of course, I understand if it's all too much for you. Perhaps you'd like to go and lie down for a bit. I can carry on here. I'm used to it.
I don't remember leaving, but I'm grateful to be alone in my tent. Ooh, holy shit. Got dark quickly. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now it's been easy to cover my transition. Yeah, okay. So we had this last time. So if we don't get fired and we successfully date the cats, we become a cat. We're in the deepest part of the forest. It's become our favourite hangout since I ditched the idea of finding an antidote and followed my heart instead. No prizes for guessing where it led me. Straight to Ravenpaw. It took me a while to convince her that I was doing the right thing. She said, if you change your mind when it's all too late, you may end up hating me. But I could never hate her. I love her. I just want to be sure. I'm more than ready to go with you. I know I can leave this cage if you're by my side. And that was it. We left the lab together that night and have been side by side ever since. Skip this one, it's just noise. You're such a granny. I'm going to turn it up. Ravenpaw fiddles and paws at my old catalogue until the volume reaches max. I bury my face under my paw. Come on, Wrinkles. Learn to appreciate the classics. Trust me, I do. This is rehash rubbish. I shout out over the throbbing bass. Ravenpaw laughs and hits me with her tail. Okay. Let's listen to something else. Ravenpaw skips through song after song, till she stops at a gentle acoustic guitar, accompanied by soft, soulful, angsty vocals. Better? Much. This is actual music. I feel Ravenpaw gently entwine her tail with mine, and we both purr in time to the thrumming guitar. It's funny how stressed I got trying to discover an antidote to this. I never dreamed I could be this happy. I could have saved myself a lot of worry. I never thought I was capable of being this happy either, but there's still one thing stopping me from being totally blissful. Oh, what's that? Your terrible taste in tunes. I smile and drift off to sleep, feeling happy, safe, and loved. Okay. And we've seen 60%, and we didn't finish the antidote. Mr. Research. Oh, this is... found 6 secrets. Ready? Was it 6? We found 4 in the pirates. Oh, confused to buggery. But the moral of the story is, if something goes wrong and you try to fix it, you're going to get shot. So fuck it, just go with it. If you enjoyed this episode, then tickle the like button, perhaps subscribe, and check out the rest of the channel. Hello, I'm Landis, and welcome back to Purrfect Date. But how? But why? I thought it ended. Apparently not. Okay. Hi guys. Guys, the new research assistant has just stepped off the boat. I ran as fast as I could.
We already know about their arrival. Had you been on time for the meeting, you would understand that it doesn't matter anymore.
What doesn't matter? I'm afraid you missed the most important part of the agenda, Trix. We've been outvoted. Outvoted?
Yes, thanks to you.
But that's not fair. You can't vote without me present. Apparently we can. I tried to cause a delay, if that's any consolation, my dear. But I was gathering intel to make the vote more informed. I can assure you that the new assistant looks much more promising than any we've had so far. Oh, Kara, you know the plan doesn't work. We've got to stop. We've got to fight far too many humans already. It's all rather exhausting doing the same thing over and over. And expecting different results.
If you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got.
But that's ridiculous. The more we try, the greater the chance of success. Come on, guys. Don't quit. 5 minutes before the miracle. What if this one is the one? The one who will free us? The one who will figure it all out? Please. I adore you, my dear, but you really are so naive. Figure it all out? Forgive my merriment, but it's rather amusing. What's so funny about it? I think what Snooty Booty is saying, Kara, is that humans don't seem to be able to get the right balance to be of much help to us.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Who's Jack? It's true, they burn themselves out with work.
Or just lays around all canoodling with the cats.
Or make rash choices they can't take back. So we need to help them get the right balance. I cannot give up without a fair shot at it, please.
I'm with you. I believe if we monitor them more closely, we have a chance.
Murph, you're a gambler. Take one last punt, eh? How can I say no to that angelic face? Hooray, revote!
Ah, man.
Well, we can't just get on with it. I'm missing out on some important beauty sleep. Okay, cast your vote. What is happening? At the end. Okay. Barry missing in action. Chunga's missing in action. Hugh missing in action. Sally missing in action. Harry plus McMurphy and Sandra plus Ravenpaw. So that was not a success. End is half measures. But at least it looks like we got better as we went through the game. And there's the new unlock. Game by Bay Team. Ah. I control the credits. I like that. Very good. Was that literally it? Ooh, Major Letdown, Friction, a rhyming couplet, single player, Love Drunk, You've Been Sacked, half measure. Anti-hero, that has to be Don't Help. Stressing me out. So Major Letdown. So here we go. This is a loss, a win. Loss, win, loss, win. Don't know about these. Loss, win. Loss, win. Ending. If you enjoyed this episode, then tickle the like button, perhaps subscribe, and check out the rest of the channel. And why not join us on the Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and Patreon? Links are in the description and rolling through the credits right now. I've been Landis. This has been Purrfect Date. Thank you very much. And see you soon.